I'm at Yaringa Marina, a magnificent part of the world. The sun is rising and I'm told the whiting are biting. This is Jessie Caulfield from Tackle World Mornington. Jess, you've got up early many mornings to chase the whiting, but there's something about that anticipation in there.
You never get sick of it, mate. I've been chasing whiting here with my old man all my life. The morning's the best time, let's go and do it.
Sounds like a wonderful plan. How beautiful is this place, by the way? Unbelievable. So where do you reckon we start?
I reckon we'll go back around Eagle Rock, some deeper water, try and get the big fish early, go from there.
I'm sure you've been to a boat ramp on a busy Sunday morning, boats everywhere, plenty of pressure, and that's why Yaringa Marina is such a fantastic facility. You can put your boat in here, they'll actually put your boat in for you in the morning, you can wander down when it suits you, go out, and they'll even take it out for you in the afternoon and leave it in the shed out the back. Gotta say, that's a nice, enjoyable way to relax and go fishing. It's been here for over 30 years, come and check it out, it's pretty cool. Saying that tide and time waits for no man. That's why we're in a bit of a rush. I'm hoping it's going to be worth it. Well, we've arrived at Spot X, and this is where we get serious. All the baits laid out on the table. We've got pippies, mussels, bit of squid. Jessie actually went out last night and got some fresh mussels. Always fresh bait is best. And now it's just a waiting game. Got to find some fish. The tide's really running hard, which is fantastic news for us. We've got her in time. As it starts to back off, you'll see those nibble tips, they'll have less bend in them. We can go down to smaller sinkers, and that's when the fish should really start to get going.
Hooked up, Paul.
That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. As soon as that tide turned, eh?
On the board.
What do we got there, mate?
It's a whiting, mate.
Nice one?
Yep.
Beautiful. Swing him round, mate. Now, you've probably seen thousands of whiting in Western Port. How does that rate size-wise?
This is probably the average size, the sort of school fish. Fishing this deeper water, they probably start from this and go up.
So how big is he? 33 centimetres, maybe?
Yeah, 34.
So just a pup, well over legal size?
That's right, legal size is 27.
But still very, very tasty. Well done, my friend. Let's get into it.
We're on, mate. We're on again.
Hey!
Oh, it's 2-0, I think.
Oh, be nice, be nice. That feels like a better fish.
Mate, it looks a bit better.
And you're using the overhead gear, why?
I just like the feel that it gives you. You can let your baits back down to the bottom where the fish are without losing touch. There he is.
You know it's a whiting when that rod tip's pulling back under the back.
Oh, it's a salmon.
One day I'm going to have my own fishing show. Listen to this again. You know it's a whiting when that rod tip's pulling back under the back. I thought I was wrong once, but I made a mistake. Jessie, swing over your whiting.
Might pop the leader, but here we go.
Oh, yes, like I said, I know my fishing. That is an Australian salmon, Arapus trutter, and you get a bit of bycatch when you're catching whiting, mate?
Do, mate, yep. This would be a good snapper bait.
Absolutely. Or, very good, the Bradley Smoker. Those Australian salmon, yummy. A lot of people don't think you can burley in a tidal zone, but I'm here to say those people are wrong. This is a Sea Dog burley cage. On the bottom, there's a massive lead weight that we actually add to it to help it get down. They're just simple pellets with a bit of tuna oil, and I've thrown some mussels in there as well. Close the lid, and then slowly drop it to the bottom. Now you see that, that's my GoPro holder. Very, very clever, there's a GoPro in there, so hopefully we'll see some fish come up on the burley pot. And all I do is tie a bit of Venetian blind cord to that burley pot and let it out to the desired depth. Now with these bottom feeding fish, I like to have that pot right in the bottom. Just give it a shake every now and then. That is tied off at the perfect length. She's on the bottom, give it a shake every now and then. As those pellets start to break up, they draw fish in. I'm really hoping we've got some really, really cool footage of whiting that tastes all right.
Just getting some touches here, Paul. Yep.
Good work, mate.
And this is a good fish, Paul.
Oh, when they take line, you know they're good, eh?
So we're fishing this deep water. We've probably got another 20 or 30 minutes to make the most of it before our 4-ounce sinkers won't work. And I'm getting hit on my other rod there.
And I'm getting hit over here too.
Is that on squid, Paul?
Yes, mate. As soon as it hit
this
the bottom.
is bigger than the last fish, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the net for you, mate. Mine was a flathead. Oh, look at that.
Oh, you take that. That's on. Is it on?
I think it's on. Just bring him up. He's a fat fish. Bring him up in front of the net and let him back into it. Well done, mate. That's a big whiting.
You on him?
Yep. And that's the beauty of circles, isn't it?
That's right.
Now, I went with Jays this morning and you went circles. I think I'm going to change.
Paul's Fishing Favourites is brought to you by Club Marine.
Have you ever seen such an impressive beast? Colin the cod. If you want to come and get your picture taken with Colin, just pop into the Deniliquin Riverside Caravan Park here, in good old Denny, of course, and stand next to this magnificent beast. Now, I've been lucky enough to catch Murray cod to 1.7 metre. They are one of the greatest fish on the planet and iconic Australian freshwater fish. You can catch them on lures, you can catch them on bait, you can even catch them on fly, and I've also targeted them occasionally on surface lures when that big bucket mouth comes up and goes, boof! There is no feeling like it. When you see that green back, your heart just pounds and you feel very blessed to be a fisherman in this great country. If you get yourself a chance, go and find a Murray cod. They are 11 out of 10, and that is why they are one of my favourite things. Oh, that feels all right. This is a big sinker's been sitting down on the bottom. We know there's fish there if you can actually get down on them. Nice head shakes, Jess.
Fantastic, mate.
And that has been on the bottom. In fact, this is that little bit of squid I cut up.
I think that's what we're after.
Oh, yeah, that's what we want. I cut a little piece of squid up to actually look like a baby squid, thinking that hopefully a big whiting would just swing past and nail it. It's been down there for about, 10 minutes, I reckon.
It's done the job.
Well, so far, we haven't got it in the boat yet, mate, but that's what you want. When a whiting pulls your rod tip in the water, that's when you get excited, Jess.
And that braid's coming into its own now, isn't it?
Such a difference. I'm glad I threw this little outfit in last night. This is my South Australian whiting outfit, fishing deep water for big fish. That's what we're talking about. It's on the circle. That is absolutely awesome. And that, sorry about the water on the lens, that is what you come fishing in Western Port for. And it's all about beating that tide. We're fishing in some serious current now, but I've got a massive sinker on here, which is over my shoulder, slap me in the back. Look at that, on a bait cast rod, 8 ounces of lead. But King George whiting, I saw him the other day at the fishmonger, $80 a kilo for fillets. Fishing's not that expensive when you get to catch magnificent fish like that. Got him.
Whiting, Paul?
Mate, I reckon it is, and he played with it a long time. That's on my famous little baby squid again. You just see the rod tip every now and then just goes whack, 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 whack. But they're hard to catch, aren't they?
Yeah, mate. That tide's flying now.
For a tide that's flying, that is a beautiful King George whiting. What today is all about is simple. We're in a 16.5-foot Stavy craft. It's not a big boat. We're fishing out of Yaringa. Anyone can access it from Melbourne, beyond Melbourne. It's only about probably 35 minutes from the CBD, and you don't need $1 million to catch fish that taste like $1 million. One of the things that I truly love about Shimano Australia is that they listen to their customers. And as a customer of Shimano, they build some beautiful rods for me specifically for my area. And this is one of them. This is the Shimano IFISH Whiting Prowler, and it has been designed for fishing for whiting in both Port Phillip and Western Port. Beautiful rod, does everything, light tip, plenty of strength in the butt. I absolutely love it. And you know, a lot of work and effort has gone into this, so it's going to work right for you when you hit the bay. Now, X-Age, beautiful Shimano reel, 2500 FD, does the job just superbly. This outfit, realistically, with braid, retails at around $300. But when it comes to whiting, you can spend 50 and probably catch just as many, as long as it's Shimano, because it's all very, very good gear. Little nub there. I don't know what it was, just a little bit of a rub-on touch.
Yeah, I can feel it. Yep.
Good work, mate.
Fish on.
Now, you were saying earlier something about westerly winds and better recruitment for whiting in Western Port?
Yeah, mate, they reckon over winter and spring, the stronger the westerly winds are, the more of the larvae that get pushed into the bay from the limestone coast down in SA.
So basically what you're saying is whiting don't actually,
nice
it's a
whiting.
nice fish, mate, swing it over. Whiting don't breed in Western Port, do they?
No, they think that they need the limestone cliffs down in Western Victoria and South Australia to breed. I don't think anyone's really sure why yet, but the larvae then get pushed with the currents into Western Port where they settle, and they're a pretty quick growing fish, so a legal fish at 27 centimetres, as I get a bite there, would be about 3 years old from memory.
3 years and ready for the table, and that
right.
means they've spawned as well.
Yep.
So they're spawning in the ocean, the larvae's coming to Western Port. This is a nursery where the baby fish grow up, and that's why there's been no netting in this area for about 6 or 7 years. And as you can see today, we are getting the benefits of it. Amateur anglers only. And that is very impressive. Well done to the Victorian State Government. Very special delivery. Come alongside, team, come alongside. What's your rod there, Jess?
All good.
Now, I heard you've gone out of your way to look after us.
Oh, that's for sure. As always. As always. Here we go.
Oh.
Labels and everything, that's how you
I'll
want
just
what.
slide this one in.
There's a whiting,
Paul.
there's 4 coffees, there's
Oh.
rods. Boys, sorry, we love you. One of my best friends in the whole world, Kojak. How good's that? Coffee on the boat. Oh, I'm on too, hang on.
But enjoy yourself, boys. Enjoy.
Jesse, my coffee's getting cold, stop catching fish.
I don't want to drink it as much as you do.
Cappuccino 1, cappuccino 2, latte 2, cappuccino 1. They've even labelled them for us.
That fish wasn't worth a coffee.
Oh, there you go. Well, coffee up. I'll have 1 because I'm watching my weight. You better have 2 because I need you to look bigger than I do.
Appreciate it, mate.
Cheers, big ears. They've even bought a coffee for the crew. Oh, there you go, crew. It's all about you. Oh, that is just too good. Now I've gone to mussel, Jess, and by the bend in that rod, I'd say the whiting like mussel too here.
That looks like a good fish, mate.
Feels all right.
How heavy is the sinker on that one?
I think I'm running 8 ounces on one.
Only 8. Oh, okay.
But you've got to think outside the square. You couldn't fish here with 2 ounces.
That's
So
right.
I'm getting to the bottom with 8 and 10. I'm catching fish, so I don't mind a big bend in that rod as long as every now and then there's a whiting hanging off it as well. And you can nibble tip rod. Think of it as a nibble tip rod with all that weight, and it's doing the job beautifully because it's a good Shimano nibble tip. I think this might be a little. Oh no, it's a good whiting.
That might be
this could be.
mate.
Oh, it's fish of the day.
Now we're talking.
That is a serious whiting. That is big. It is strong and it is thick. OMG. Western Port, who would have thought?
Last one, Paul.
Thank you very much. Well, this is one of the best inventions I've ever seen. Is a whiting tumbler scaler bag. So all the fish go in, pull that little clip down with my slimy hands. There we go. And now I just put it out behind the boat. You'll see that big float there. That is there in case the rope breaks. That way I don't lose my big feed of fish. Off you go, Jess. And as you can see, just a matter of adjusting the length of the rope, get the tumbler on the face of that wave. She goes round and round and round. And what it actually does is takes the scales and the slime off your fish and works really well on calamari too. Great device. Well, it's a hive of activity, people starting to come back from a good day's fishing, and let me just say it has been a good day's fishing, plenty of people catching fish. Really important if you're going to catch good fish, you clean them properly. What I've got here is my beautifully scaled King George whiting. Get the old blade runner knife there and just slide it in behind his head all the way down to the backbone. And it's just a matter of turning that knife on its side and try and run it along that backbone. I've just cut through the rib cage, slide it all the way down, take your time, keep that knife as parallel to the board as possible, and that is a beautiful fillet of King George whiting. And the only thing I need to do with this fillet is remove that area there. That is the rib cage. So I get my knife, and I put it on its side like that, and it's just a matter of following the cage underneath, sliding underneath there, watch the fingers of course, and just slide out all the bits that don't look like a beautiful King George whiting fillet. And there we have some of the best eating fish you will ever encounter. Skin there, fantastic taste, and magnificent flesh with no bones, so just perfect for the kids.